أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. والذين يتوفون منكم ويذرون أزواجا يتربصن بأنفسهن أربعة أشهر وأشرا فإذا بلغنا أجلهن فلا جناح عليكم فعلنا في أنفسهن بالمعروف والله بما تعملون خبير. Dear friends, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. I recited Surah Al-Baqarah, ayat number 234. In this ayat, Allah tells us about the women whose husbands they died, and after that how they have to start their life. So we read ayat. Allah said, "Wallazina," and those yutawaffawna, who passed away, minkum, among you. Wallazina yutawaffawna minkum, and the people who passed away among you, wayazaruna, and leave behind, azwajan, their wives, and they leave behind their wives, yatarabbasna. So these widows' wives, they have to wait for بأنفسهن, themselves, أربعة أشهر وعشرة. They have to wait أربع, 4 months, 4 أشهر, 4 months, وعشرة, and 10 days. So they have to wait for 4 months and 10 days. So فإذا بلغنا, when they reach their specified time limit, like 4 months, 4 months and 10 days, ajalahunna, when it is completed, fala junaha alaykum, then there is no sin upon them, fima fa'alna, that they can do for their life, like nikah, the second nikah, or other marriage. So they are allowed to do that one. Fi anfusihinna, concerning themselves, bil maruf, fairly, according to the prevailing rules, regulations of Islamic society. Wallahu bima ta'maluna khabir, and Allah is aware what you are doing. So Allah knows all that, Allah is aware of that. So we understand from the previous lesson, from different type of ayat behind, and this ayat also, because before that Allah told us the uh, waiting period for the woman who is divorced, like 3 months, but the woman whose husband is died, for her the waiting time is 4 months and 10 days. So she have to wait for 4 months and 10 days. But if the woman is pregnant, and when the delivery is done, so the birth of the child is the time when this specified period of waiting will finish. So, so this time, then she has not to wait for 4 months and 10 days, but after delivery of the baby, so this specified waiting time will finish. So, so in this ayat, Allah tells us that the woman mostly. So if you look the history when the husband dies, after the death of the husband, the wife was also made as dead. So people they were kill the wife also, or they bury the wife with the husband also. So this was the olden tradition. Even if you look in the Hindus, when they burn the husband, they were to burn the wife with the husband also. So some in some societies still, when the husband died, after the death of the husband, they are just to leave the wife alone. So this is also in some society, but these all are wrong, and Islam says that the woman whose husband has died, so she has to stay in the home of husband, and she is not allowed to stay at night outside. She will stay at night there also up to 4 months and 10 days, and during that time she is to condole her husband, and she spend the time with sadness, and also request Allah for the husband, uh, for the husband, all the sins of the husband, Allah will forgive, and Allah be merciful on her husband, and she should request Allah and make dua for her husband, so that Allah be merciful to her husband, and Allah make the place of her husband in Jannatul Firdaus. So she can read Holy Quran, she can recite different type of Allah zikr, and also she can make her busy in worship, and then request Allah for forgiveness of the sins of her husband. So during that 4 month and 24 month and 10 days, so she can make dua for the husband, because uh, during the time when the person is sad, so dua is accepted. So this way, because the husband and wife, they are the best partner, and they love each other a lot. So this way they feel sad when one passed away. So when the husband passed away, the woman feels that everything has passed away. So she has so much feeling the grief, feeling the sadness. So that sadness Allah gave 4 months and 10 days, so that she can cool down slowly and forget like the pains of sadness that came after the death of her husband to her. So that is very important this way. And even during this time, if in the belly of the woman, if there is any uh, pregnancy that will appear also, so this way Allah gave the chance, so that the if there is any baby, so that will be visible also. So Alhamdulillah, Allah made the system very nice. And during that time, because the Prophet ﷺ also said in different hadiths that the you are allowed to condole the other person about 3 days. So you must be you be sad on the death of any person from the society up to 3 days. But the woman whose husband has passed away, she has to spend 4 months and 10 days. so a lot, because the relationship was so much strong, and then the feeling of the pain will slightly, slowly, it will go down. So this way Allah makes the system of Islam very nice, so that the lovable people, even they can feel the like their love of their partners, and they can, if they are not to forget that, so that they can take a time to to relax from that one. So this way Allah gave the woman 4 months and 10 days, alhamdulillah. And during that time she should not make her beauty, and should not make her attractive with the dress, or with different type of ornaments, or different type of the fragrance, or some, she can't use any fragrance, so she is not allowed to take anything which make her more attractive and prominent and beautiful among the society people. So she is not allowed to do that, but she have to make herself as simple as possible, and even uh, this simplicity, during that time she can make dua from Allah, and she be a good person. Allah will be happy with that one. And she is not allowed to do the nikah during the time 4 months and 10 days. After finishing this time, then she is allowed to have a nikah. But if someone send the message of nikah to her, that person during the time of staying, that person request like with hints, not complete signs. So this is the from the Sharia, we have to follow the rules regulations also. So that is very important also. So this way the second nikah she is allowed to do, but after completion of the uh, staying period, like 4 months and 10 days. So that is very important also for us. And you can see during that time she is not allowed to wear the silky clothes, and not fragrance use, not make the hairs attractive, or not use the attractive dress. So be careful, this is important. So very important. Allah told us that this is the rules regulations of Islam that Allah likes to see in the woman also. Because if you look the staying period, like which we understand from the divorce, when a divorce is done by the husband, so that staying period, that time staying period is 3 months. So during that 3 months, the woman is allowed to have makeup. She have to make herself more attractive, so that the husband, due to attraction, so should reconcile, or should make the relationship to start again. So this way is allowed that time when the first divorce is done or second is done. So the woman is allowed to make herself more attractive and nice, so that the husband should restart the relationship again, and the life will come at the smooth lines again. So but after the death of the husband, so the every woman is not allowed to make do makeup, or to have the attractive clothes, and some type of like this type of things. So she must be as simple as possible, and she request Allah and make dua for her husband also, and during that time. So that is very important also. And she should not accept like nikah if someone say openly, that is not allowed. but only if someone say with the hints, then is alright. So this way we understand from here that the woman, she has to stay 4 months and 10 days, and after that she is allowed to have nikah, and so that she can spend the rest of her life with purity and with nice way. So that is very important. But if she is not doing anything, or the people who are the who are the relative of the woman, and if they impose some type of pressure not to do nikah with someone, or they say something, they should not do it, because Allah said, because that she is allowed to do that one. If she wants to have nikah with someone, so she is allowed that one. No one is allowed to stop her. So very important point. And also woman is not allowed to have the like a special type of dress or attraction or makeup or something during the time period 4 months and 10 days. So she must have to spend it this time with as simple as possible. And this way Allah said in this ayat at the end, wallahu bima ta'maluna khabir. So Allah has the knowledge. Allah is aware what are you doing, so Allah knows all that. So this way very important point is that one. So we must follow the rules regulation that have been set by Allah, and we understand from Holy Quran and Sharia of Holy Prophet Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. So we have to follow completely and fully, so that Allah may be merciful in this world and the world hereafter, inshallah.